really, let me just get going. There we go. Fab. All right then. So our 15-minute mobility session. So just wanting to be, show that there's a lot of things that you can do in a very short space of time. I've got a little bit of a step here, so you can either sit on a little stool or sit just on the floor, sit on a chair, wherever you're comfortable. So the idea of a mobility session is more that we're going to just work through moving all of our joints. So this can be a really nice, gentle session just to do any time of the day, just to get a bit of movement. So we're going to start with our wrists. So we're just really simply turning our wrists round in one direction, and then we're going to go the other way. So wherever you're sat, you want to have your shoulders down away from your ears, your chest open and your back nice and straight, so sit up nice and tall. And then we're going to work into our elbows. And again, you're just winding round, keeping that chest open, shoulders back, and then going the other way. Looks great on the picture. And then you can put your hands on your shoulders, and we're just going to go do big circles. So really big circles, thinking about going into your back, really getting that chest open as wide as you can. And then we'll go the other way. So big circles all the other way. That feels a little bit different. Again, just make them as wide as you can and really notice that full movement. And then we'll relax. And then you can bring your hands out to the side and we're pushing overhead. And this type of workout could be done as a warm-up to a full workout or a session. Or like I say, just to get a little bit of movement into the day, just give everything a little bit of a stretch. And then you're just going to roll your shoulders again. And lastly, we're going to turn our hands over, put our fingers into our temples, and the aim is to try and touch your elbows in front of you, and you're stretching out wide. So really again, feel that shoulder blades coming together, and just gently bring your elbows close as you can. And then we'll stop there and roll through. So now we're going to sit on the floor. So if you've been sat up, you're going to sit on the floor, and we're going to now work through our hips. Okay, so you can sit on the floor. You can have your hands behind you for support, and you want to have a nice wide gap in between your feet. And we're simply going to drop our knees down as far as you can from side to side. And you can shift, use your hands, your balance will shift. You can rock a little bit, that's no problem. But what we're trying to do here is just rotate into the hip joint. So just bring in your legs. The aim is to get your knees as close to the ground as you can. It doesn't matter where you are at the moment, just get that movement started and you can work into that over time. So we'll do 4 more of these. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to turn over and we're going to go on our hands and knees. So many of you who've done Pilates or yoga will be familiar with calf stretches. So your hands are underneath your shoulders. I want you to think that you're not just sinking and flopping into your shoulders. You've got nice, strong shoulders engaged by pushing into the mat. And we're going to firstly look forwards. So you're arching your back, your stomach's pushing towards the floor, your tailbone's sticking up behind you, and you're looking ahead as far as you can. And then we're going to go the other way. So you're pushing up through your shoulders again. And really trying to arch your back. Your tailbone sticks down now. And the crown of your head points towards the floor. So we'll just hold that there. And then we're going to do 4 more. Just rotating through each one. And just noticing how you move. Really let that head fall down. And then on the other way, really stick that tailbone out and look forward as much as you can. And then coming into a flat back position again. So move out the way of a plant. You're going to bring one arm up and just look through your hair as high as you can. So now we're thinking about rotating the spine. And then we're going to go the other way. So we're going to do 4 more. Reaching up, looking at your hand, looking at the ceiling. Should I put my hair up? And then go the other way. So you're getting a nice stretch into your chest. You're starting to rotate your vertebrae in your spine, and then one more on the other side. And then you're going to come back onto your all fours again. And then one arm we're going to bring underneath. I'm going to go the other way actually so you can hear me. Bring underneath. So you're lying on it and you can put this arm flat or you can lean it out. So all we're doing now is we're sort of stretching into that shoulder. And we're just going to hold that for a second. And then we'll swap sides. So that arm comes underneath, so you're threading it through the opposite arm. And then we'll come out of that. So bring your arm back. Okay, and then we're going to just do extend one leg and then the opposite arm. You want to look at your neck, you want to try and keep your head in line with your back rather than drop down. And then we're going to alternate between our hands and knees. So we're trying to think about balance here. So swapping over, and imagine you've got a cup or something on your back, and you're trying not to have it drop off. And we're just slowly alternating and trying to keep our body as still as we can. And we'll do one more on each side. Trying to keep nice and still. Testing our balance here and our coordination. And then come down. Okay, and then we can go to lie on your back. I'm going to do a similar exercise the other way around. So flat on the back, your knees are going to be up, your hands are in front of you and shoulder height, and then we're going to extend one leg out and the opposite arm out. So you're trying to keep your back pushed into the floor all the time. Your hips and your ribs sort of squeeze together to do that, and then you try and hold that sensation throughout the exercise. If you can put your leg low and your arm low, then that's great. If you can't, just find where you can move it to whilst maintaining that contraction through your stomach. Okay, so we're going to do 8 of these. So we're moving and engaging muscles more than working out. 2, 3, 4, so just go to where you can. 5, 6, 7, last one, and 8, and then stop. And then you can put your hands down by the side of you, and we're going to do some nice gentle glute bridges. And again, we're just going to do 8. So for these, you're just digging your heels into the floor, squeezing your butt, and just lifting up as high as you can. The idea is to try and get this hip joint opened up fully and flat. So let's go from there and do 8. So pushing up. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and then down. Lovely. And then we're going to sit up. Okay. So now we're going to sit up. We can be cross-legged. You can sit back on a step or a chair, and we're just going to come over to the side. So you're thinking of stretching out this muscle and just leaning out to the side. You can support yourself on the opposite hand, and then we're just going the other way. So we're stretching up and leaning to get a nice stretch into the side. We'll do 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, last one, and 6. Okay, and then we're going to just turn round slightly, looking over our shoulder. You can use this hand onto the opposite knee just to help push you around a little bit. And again, drop your shoulders down and just look behind your body. And then go the other way. So again, make sure you sat up nice and tall. Hand on the knee to push you around. and just look over your shoulder as far as you can. And then we're going to clasp our hands behind our back and just pull your shoulders down and your hands away from you. Just change position so you can see. So we're coming round, shoulders are down, pushing our hands up behind our back just to stretch into the chest. And this is a great stretch. If you can't clasp your hands, just put your hands out behind you, because this chest area can get very tight through our everyday life, just doing things in front of us. So just taking time to really open this out is really good. And then relax, roll your shoulders, and let's do it again. So let your shoulders push down from here, clasp your hands behind you or push behind you, and just sort of really push, open this chest area here into your sternum, and keeping those shoulders from creeping up towards your ears. And then relax and roll through your shoulders. And then wherever you sat, we're just going to do a little bit of stretching into the neck and the shoulders. Again, great in the morning, pushing your hands out to the side, touching your head on one side and just very gently pulling it over. And you're pushing that hand away from you. And you're just stretching and opening out all of this area of your neck. Again, nice and gentle. And then relax. And then we go onto the other side. So again, pushing away. So keeping our neck mobile is really important. A lot of people struggle with neck pain and neck discomfort, which can be really debilitating. So keeping the mobility of that area of your body is really important. And then relax. Okay. So again, roll your shoulders down, however you sat. Put your shoulders back, chest lifted. And now I want you to just turn your head around very gently and just look over your shoulder as far as you can. And then just hold. And then come back to the centre. Again, keeping upright as much as you can. Nice good posture. And turning around to look over the shoulder on the other side. And then look in back. Then we'll go again over the shoulder. And gently back to the centre. And then one more time. Over to the other side. Just a nice gentle stretch. Keeping everything moving. And then relax. And then just give your head a little shake. Now we're going to stretch the back of our neck. So what I want you to do again is make sure your posture is really good. You sat up nice and tall, your shoulders are back. And then you want to drop your chin towards your chest. Where you really want to think about opening up and stretching the muscle, the joints behind the neck. That's what you want to focus on. So really just drop it down vertically. You're not leaning forwards. You're just dropping your chin down vertically. Just until it's comfortable. And just feel that nice stretch up through the back of your neck. And then release and look forwards. And then we'll do that once again. Dropping your neck down forwards, your chin I should say, dropping your chin towards your chest as far as you can, and really think about that stretch. Make sure your shoulders are back and down away from your ears, and just hold that there. Okay, and then one more time. This gets really tight, we tend to stick our chins and our necks out. And then release, and then you can stand up. So I'll fit on the video screen, it should do just about. Perfect. And then we're just going to do some nice little squats just to get our bodies moving. So you're just sitting back, just nice and gentle, you don't have to go far. So just sitting into your hips, so you're sitting backwards rather than bending your knees forwards. So you should feel like you're sitting back, so you're going to bend forward, down. And let's start bringing our arms in. And then we'll bring our arms over the head. Sitting down, swinging up. And then we're going to bring a twist in. So you're going to sit down, and then you're twisting at the top. Sit back, twisting round. Now let's do 4 more of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then just shake that out, shake your arms, shake your legs a little bit. And then just lastly, we're going to clasp our hands together, turn your hands over, reach up over your head, pull your arms out of your shoulder blades, reaching out of your hips, take a deep breath and breathe out. Then you're going to go again, push your hands the other way this time, so the other fingers first, turn your palms over, reaching up, lifting out, so you've got really long stretches, so you're pulling yourself taller. Take a deep breath in and stretch out. Last one, any way you want with your hands, pushing down, stretching to those shoulders, reaching up over your body, lifting up, and then exhale. And that's one 15-minute little session that you can do anytime just to get yourself moving, get your body moving, get the blood flowing. Okay, hope you try that one. Let me know. Thank you very much, and turn everything off here. See you again. Have a great day.